Hi, and welcome to Jess Saying Live. I'm Daily Mirror columnist Jessica Boulton, and I'm here with the one and only Becky Hill. Welcome, Becky. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And I know, obviously, you're preparing for the big show, which is happening because you're doing the pre-show ahead of the UEFA Women's Euro final. And how exciting is this going to be with the Lionesses in it?
Oh my God, amazing result, amazing show that's being curated by Pepsi Max and UEFA. So yeah, really exciting.
Can you give us any teasers of what we can expect from your big pre-show?
So I'm being joined by Ultra Nate and Steph London. We are covering Ultra's incredible song Free. There's going to be loads of pyro. There's going to be loads of dancers. It's a full production. So people are in for a really good show.
It sounds really exciting. It sounds like this is Super Bowl standards that we hear about. And the Lionesses deserve it, don't they? Have you been following it?
Yeah, I watched the semi-finals. It was actually like my first time home as well. So it was nice to sit in front of my own TV and watch it. What an incredible game that was. I'm so excited for them, and I can't wait to be a part of history in the making.
Exactly. And because it could be the women finally bringing football home, couldn't it?
Well, somebody has to, yeah.
Exactly. We've had 60 odd years of hurt by now, and I think it's time those women stepped up and we've done it. Probably, fingers crossed. What else are you having to do for the performance ahead of this? Because we don't normally have such a big pre-show as what we're going to be treated to.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think entertainment in sports is more of an American thing, and actually, it's been so nice to see the UK marrying music and sports together in this way. It's a big show. It's a 5-minute performance. We've been rehearsing all week for it. So yeah, it's super exciting. I can't wait to get on the pitch.
I love it. And have you met any of the players yet in person, or is that going to be?
No, I haven't seen them around actually, but I'm looking forward to on Sunday.
Have you got any good footy skills yourself?
My skills stop at singing and writing music. Unfortunately.
You're talented enough at that, Becky. You can't be good at everything.
Right, that's what my mum keeps saying.
And I mean, obviously, you've had this amazing journey. We saw you win the Brit Award. You've got all these great hits that you've had. You've done so well. Going right back to the beginning of your career, though, was when we saw you on The Voice back in 2014. And arguably, you're probably the most successful person to come out of The Voice. What does that feel like for you?
It's actually, I kind of find it a bit of a shame. There were so many people. I was on the show in 2012, so it was 10 years ago now.
Oh yeah, apologies.
No, it's all good. So yeah, I was on my series alone was full of really, really talented people. So yeah, it's a shame that actually it's so difficult to break through from a reality show like that. I know that some of the other acts have come off and changed their names, and they are now successful in their own right. But yeah, I think I'm the only one that's kind of heralded as the success story from that show. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a shame because there are lots and lots of talented people on that show and series that were after me as well. But yeah, it just kind of shows how difficult this industry is, right?
I was going to say, why do you think that is? Because, I mean, you'd think it's such an amazing platform, yet, like you say, it's so tough still.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully there'll be more people along the way that can stand with me in the future.
I love it. Are you still in contact with any of them, like Jessie J?
Tom Jones and will.i.am, I see them every now and then. Me and Will kind of DM each other on Instagram. I was a big Black Eyed Peas fan when I was a very young teenager, and I got to quiz him on the Elephunk album. So and he went into depth with it, which was really lovely. And I saw Tom Jones last year at Isle of Wight Festival. So yeah, it's really nice to see these people. And obviously, I supported the Script on their arena tour last year, 2 years ago now, before lockdown happened. Really nice seeing Danny again, and obviously I hadn't seen him for 8 or 9 years. So yeah, it's I always feel like it's a bit of a full circle moment whenever I see any of the coaches.
Right, yeah, whenever you see any of them come back. And I mean, lately you've collaborated with David Guetta, all these big names, and as I said, you got your Brit. Are you pinching yourself a little bit at the moment about, you know, how well it is all going? Because you're doing phenomenally.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's been 10 years of hard work, you know, and I think there's still people sat there going, who is this person? So yeah, it's nice to actually finally feel like people are kind of recognizing me a bit more now, and you know, my songs are getting into the top 10, and you know, it's definitely very satisfying as a job to now see 10 years of hard work starting to pay off. So yeah, let's hope it continues.
Because a lot of us from the outside, we don't understand what goes in behind the scenes and how hard you work. It's so hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on my second record deal now. I remember when I got my #1 with Overdrive. And then, you know, a few months later, I was dropped from that record deal. So I had to set up my own record label. I had to self-release. I put all the money that I got from my old deal into releasing music. And it's just nice now that I'm supported by Polydor Records and you know, getting these huge opportunities and hopefully not letting anybody down.
Of course, you're not letting anybody down. You know, obviously, what's been your highlight so far, would you say?
I definitely think winning the Brit Award was a big moment for me. You know, that was fan voted for as well. You know, and it was just really nice to see people turning up for me and supporting me and just wanting to see me do well. And I think it meant the world to me that you know, I received that award. It was like, you know, my true recognition. I've always dreamed of winning a Brit Award, and you know, this year was the year to do that. So yeah, it's been amazing.
I was going to say, it must be that thing of when you're so passionate about singing, it's the ultimate thing to get, isn't it? I mean, where do you go from there, from getting it and being fan voted as well? It's that extra recognition of your audience out there. What's your sort of, what's not your ambitions because you're already there, but like, what's your sort of next thing that you want to be doing? Is there someone that you've got an eye on collaborating with? Is there another project that you could give us a tease about?
Definitely world domination. I think that's my next steps. I've got my American tour, which is nearly sold out, coming up in September. And then I'll go back into writing for my next album, which I'm really excited about as well. Starting to get creative again and writing music with people that I love. So yeah, it's exciting, and it never ends as well, which is my favorite thing about it. And hopefully it never will.
No, is that, where do you keep your Brit Award?
I keep it in my lounge on top of a speaker next to the Nordhoff Robbins Award that I won earlier this year as well. I got the Silver Clef Award for Best Female, which was a huge honor as well. You know, Nordhoff Robbins is a music therapy charity that is funded by, you know, big charity events like the one I was at where I won the Silver Clef Award. So yeah, hopefully I'll start having to make more space for other awards. But yeah, it's nice to see them up there. It's a good reminder of how far I've come.
I was going to say, is that something that you look at that, you go get a new cabinet soon to fill it with all the awards coming? I love that idea. It's like, but do you have like a daily sort of motivation thing that any tips that you can give us? Because, you know, you are so motivated and you've done so well in everything in here. Have you got a little secret for like people who might, you know, want to break into the industry, or any secret for anybody else who just wants to have that extra push of ambition?
Well, for me personally, there was no other option. You know, it was either this or you know, nothing. So for me, that was kind of like my only, the ambition that drives me is that, you know, I've got my parents, you know, who I try to make proud every day, and just to do the best that I can and try and be as happy and fulfilled as I can be. I think that is the secret to life, whatever you do.
I love that, Becky. That is brilliant. And I just want to ask you, saw you go into the destination that everyone wants to be at this summer in the Love Island villa. What was that experience like? And have you been watching the show because it's the final on Monday? What's your feeling on that?
I have been trying to keep up as much as possible, but I've got an Ibiza Rocks residency with my brand new night, You, Me, Us, which is a kind of diverse and inclusive form of partying, which I really I'm very proud of. And there's 3 more dates on that, so I was kind of in between going from Ibiza to Mallorca and then back to Ibiza for my residency space. So it was all quite hectic, but yeah, what an incredible thing to do. And it was very, very surreal. I'd been watching it online as much as I could, and so it was very weird to actually be in there.
Did you dispense any love life advice? You know, because you could give some, because, you know, did you dispense any to the guys in there?
They were actually in a COVID bubble, so I couldn't really get close enough to have any sort of conversations with them. But yeah, I wish them all the best for the final.
I love it. I love it. Becky, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you talking to us today. And can I just say, I am loving your jacket. Can you please tell us where it's from?
I think it's my stylist got it. I think it's David Coma. So yeah, it's not the cheapest of brands. So, but I do have that. So it's yeah, I don't think it's mine to own.
That must be such an amazing part of that, getting to dress and all these amazing things as well. I do feel very jealous on that side.
Very little girl's dress-up box, isn't it?
Exactly. You're amazing on stage. I can't wait to see the pre-show, and I'm really excited that it's you doing it. And let's hopefully we'll bring it home for the Lionesses. So thank you.
It's coming home. It's definitely coming home. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.